Hello student,
Hello ma'am.
my name is Seema Sharma. This is Lexington Institute. So today is your trial round as you know. So are you ready for that?
Yes ma'am.
Okay, your exam is very near. So we hope you will do it.
Okay ma'am.
This is like a sample. We just want to post on the YouTube. Is it okay from your side?
Yes ma'am, definitely.
Good. So tell me about yourself.
My name is Karanveer Singh and I am 22 years old from Ludhiana, Punjab. I did my graduation from Chandigarh University in Aerospace domain and my schooling from Mukti in year 2016 from non-medical stream. I like poetry, cooking, aircraft designing and 3D simulations, and I aspire to become an aircraft designer.
Okay. Tell me about your education in briefly.
I'm a graduate aerospace engineer, and aerospace engineering incorporates aircraft, satellites, its manufacturing, designing, along with all the rocketry stuff. Aircraft domain leads to design and development of better aircrafts, next generation fighters, as well as weapon systems that can be employed in use in wars as well as some other peacekeeping purposes.
Okay. Why do you choose that semester?
Since my childhood, I was particularly interested in aircraft and rocket stuff, and this is the main reason why I opt for this particular domain. Nowadays, I keep on gazing for more and more education stuff related to airplanes so that I can add up in my vocabulary to make better aircraft designs.
Okay. What kind of aircraft do you like and why?
Particularly, I like military aircrafts because they are very cool. They are having a lot much technological superiority over other aircrafts. Maneuvers, aerobatics that they can perform cannot be performed by any other, and most importantly, the technology that is being implemented over those aircrafts is really cutting edge.
Okay. What was the pivotal role of air sport during the pandemic?
During this pandemic, there was huge need of medical equipment such as PPE kits, ventilators, as well as a lot much other kind of stuff, which was transported by aircrafts in terms of logistical as well as administration support.
Okay. What do you mean by physical and mental health?
Physical and mental health are two different subjects, where physical health incorporates studies related to mechanical movement of body, bones, muscles, and its proper functioning. Whereas coming to mental health, it leads to proper functioning of brain cells, thinking, logical thinking, as well as psychology.
Good. All right. Do you think health is important?
Definitely, ma'am. As it is rightly said, a sound mindset lives in a sound body only. Health is the most fundamental tool which can be called as wealth in real words. In real words, and that is why health is important so that one can lead a prosperous life as well.
Okay. What kind of activities do you think help people stay healthy?
There are a lot many physical as well as mental health habits that can keep a person healthy. For example, doing exercise on a regular basis, having a proper routine in diet, as well as reading some good books and literature so as to keep the mind healthy.
I'm providing you one cue card.
Okay, ma'am.
This is a slip where you can make your ideas. I'm just announcing which kind of question you have here. Talk about a pandemic you have witnessed. What was it? When did it start? How did it start? How was it controlled? That is the same question.
Okay, ma'am.
Only 1 minute you have for making all the answer. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Let's start.
Okay. So, in the passage of my 21 years of life, I have witnessed one pandemic, and that is COVID-19 or coronavirus. It is a family of Sark virus, or roughly can be said as respiratory syndrome, where there's a sputum formation in the respiratory tract causing blockage in the respiratory system, and that is why person chokes to die. And this was a disease that started influencing the world last year in the times of December, when a laboratory accident, which is believed to take place in China, made this virus to spread in the Chinese city. Later on, this coronavirus came to India by transmission, and the very first case was spotted in Kerala. The transmission of coronavirus takes place by air, water, and food as well, and that is why it was believed and also noticed as well that air transmission, people traveling throughout the world, food sharing, these are the reasons causing coronavirus pandemic to launch even further. And there were a lot many decrees already being made by government as well as on personal level so as to bring it down. Right now, about 15 lakh people have died because of this coronavirus, but still, maximum of people have saved their lives due to it. Uh, Government have implemented a lot many procedures such as lockdown, fine system, as well as some other systems that on the people so that they'll come outside their home very little. And on the personal level as well, people are wearing masks, using sanitizers, maintaining social distancing so as to bring it down.
Third round start.
Okay, ma'am.
What difficulties did some people face with social distancing and lockdown at the time of the coronavirus outbreak?
Okay. There were a lot many difficulties that were being faced by people in terms of following the social distancing, and that was while traveling and making their place in a social site. For example, all the times of buses, trains, and all in a crowded country like India, people had to undergo a lot much problems, and it was quite detrimental as well.
Good. What did some people do to stay positive at that time?
On that times, people tried to stay positive by maintaining their immunity, wearing masks, and using sanitizers frequently so as to be sure that they are safe and sound.
Good. What useful technology helped us combat the coronavirus?
A lot much developed ventilator systems as well as thermal detecting systems have helped us a lot so as to tackle this coronavirus pandemic.
Please explain more.
Uh, Along with it, there are a lot of sensors as well, and specially trained people and laboratory systems employed so as to get the coronavirus report just in 5 minutes or 1 hour, half an hour, which really lead to higher level of testing and bringing this pandemic down.
Good. During the coronavirus crisis, some people did courageous deeds. What do you think about that?
People were not maintaining social distancing. They were roaming outside their home without permission. Also, people were not wearing masks as well, and this really led the coronavirus pandemic to move even further and deep inside the territory. And this is what I really believe is not good.
The question, listen carefully. What is the question? Okay, I'm giving you another chance. Yes. During the coronavirus crisis, some people did courageous deeds. During the coronavirus crisis, some people did courageous deeds. Can you give an example of one from your country? How they did it?
During this coronavirus pandemic, a lot much people came forward and did some humanitarian as well as courageous deeds. For example, sweepers, doctors, policemen, as well as some social workers who were staying outside the home throughout the day and night in order to serve the people who were having no job, no food, and no money as well. People served them in the food in packaging, as well as policemen ensured no one roams out freely and with masks as well. Consequently, doctors who risked their own lives day and night, being between being between the patients of coronavirus, have really done some of the most outstanding jobs.
All right. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you very much, ma'am.